Welcome on board. Today, now another day, right here na Sierra Network. What will we talk about today? Now the news we will wake with this morning, Lungi Bridge. I play a short clip just now of Usain Emerson talk say Lungi Bridge na pass the rapture. They make fun all say maybe na the rapture don't they cancel. But I can play a 30-minute clip where I put together of the event today. I really want to make way with the listen. If you get pen and paper, you write and down, you take notes. So that when we go open the line, we go talk something constructive. I want to listen to the details them. Even though I squeeze them, because now over an hour, but I able to squeeze them to 30 minutes. And I believe say now the main things them of this bridge, the main important thing the way you supposed to know of this particular bridge. The money, how people engage for pay for them, and the little things them. I want you to pay attention. Not pay attention, not talk about, not to the politics side of it. Now the infrastructure, the benefit. But again, the price will involve. So I beg, pay attention. Let's play the clip of how it be unfold this morning. Listen.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now my honor and certainly my privilege to introduce to you the visionary leader, the talk and do president, His Excellency, retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Madabio, to make a statement. Thank you, sir.
Your Worship, the Mayor of our municipality, Freetown, Honorable Ministers and Deputy Ministers of Government, Members of Parliament, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, members of the First Estate, fellow citizens, good morning and welcome to this conference. I'm delighted to open this investor conference on infrastructure. It's going to be a short one, but very important. It is one of our priority areas of investment leading to economic diversification. So what I'm going to do in this short statement is to start off by saying how my government views infrastructural investment. We believe that infrastructural investment should not burden the country with huge debt. They should be financed in such a way that the public and future generations are not liable for that debt. So we are not going to build a bridge or an airport for which the people of Sierra Leone are going to pay back high interest loans for the next 30 years. That simply does not make economic sense. Each infrastructural development or investment must be able to pay back for itself in 10 to 20 years, depending on the financing model that is used. It must also be worth the cost of constructing and maintaining it over its lifespan. Therefore, each infrastructural development should be affordable and must be funded without recourse to publicly guaranteed debt. We also believe that infrastructure investment must be purposeful. They must unlock tangible economic growth and improve the quality of life of each of the citizens. In the construction and maintenance phases, there must be real job opportunities and skills training and transfer with implications for real income for Sierra Leoneans. We will insist on that for every infrastructure investment in this country. We also believe that investors look at available infrastructure as a critical factor for making investment decisions, and this consideration will drive each infrastructure investment decision that we will make. We also believe that infrastructure investment leads to new businesses, and new businesses create more jobs, leads to new settlements or new population centers, create a need for new and more services, and increase the overall economic productivity that can only be good for our economy. We also believe that we should prioritize infrastructure investment decisions by asking critical questions about feasibility, sustainability, selectivity, and so on and so forth, and whether it can lead to the development of other sectors of economy like tourism, traveling, mining, construction, small-scale manufacturing, etc. As a government, we are working to ease the investment landscape right across the board, and we maintain a long-term view of all investments, including infrastructure investments. We desire that each investment yield long-term benefits. We desire that each investment trigger off economic activity and growth over the long term. We also believe that the tender processes must be competitive, transparent, corrupt-free, and must offer the best value for money for this country. We strongly discourage bribery, kickbacks, red tape, and other murky transactions and practices around infrastructure investment. This government and this country strongly discourages corruption. So it is within this context that we are undertaking all infrastructure projects in this country. I have therefore directed the Office of Presidential Infrastructure Initiatives to be particularly attentive to all the foregoing critical elements in launching the tender process for the Lungi Bridge. I will closely myself superintend the entire process and ensure that every tender is compliant and every tender is in the best long-term interest of Sierra Leone and Sierra Leoneans. Thank you for your attention.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll now invite the chairman for the event to present the report to His Excellency.
The summary. Volume 2 is the report, and Volume 3 is the technical details of the report. Your Excellency, we also have a disc that carries all the reports that I've just mentioned. It is important to know that there have been studies for this bridge before, but this is the first time in the history of this country that we Sierra Leoneans have conducted a study to identify our desires, what we would like to see for the land that we love. Your Excellency, it's now my pleasure to present this to you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, gents and ladies, this part of the meeting is going to be presided over by Dr. John Edward Tambi, and I think it is the official presentation of the Lungi Bridge Feasibility Phase 1 report. Dr. Tambi, please.
Thank you, Professor. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your indulgence. Thank you for your patience and for waiting to hear the finding of our report. But before I start, I would like to underscore the principle and the fundamental principles guiding the construction of this bridge. This bridge will be constructed off balance sheet. What does that mean? Let me break it down. That means The government will not incur any debt from the construction of this bridge. No government guarantees, again, means that the government will not have any debt. But most importantly, the bridge will pay for itself. The bridge will pay for itself. I'm just trying to underscore what His Excellency the President has just said. The bridge will pay for itself. The bridge is not just a bridge to the airport. It is a bridge that connects two major economic zones of the country. Okay, before this study was done, I just want to give you a background. The World Bank study was conducted in 2010. There was a study by Sierra Leone Institute of Engineers in 2011. China Road and Bridge Corporation did a study in 2013, and they also were just about to start the bridge, but it never happened. Then recently, HEC and another Chinese company did a bridge. So what you have here, all these studies have been done by people from outside. We have never done our own study. The question is, how can we, if we say that this is one of our flagship projects, how can we implement a project that we have no input on? This is why, thank God to the Ministry of Finance, the Minister who just left, they supported us, the Office of Presidential Infrastructure Initiative, to put together a local team with two experts who are also Africans to do this study. And we conducted this study in 4 months. Today what you see is a product of that team. Sean, if I have questions you could answer, okay? I'll give you, can you give me the mic? Yes. Next slide, please. Okay, cost variables, you can start with that. Go ahead.
So on the cost variables, we looked at several different sensitivity input costs. So we ran 72 different financial models to determine what were the key variables which impact the sensitivity of the cost. We looked at the lower boundary of the 1.8 billion as the input cost, up to the upper boundary of the 2 billion. And we based those input costs on two things. One, we looked at the bridges that have been built in Africa recently and in South America and in Asia. And we also compared it to the recently opened Katembe Bridge in Maputo. And the prices range from about 200 million to about 250 million dollars per kilometer built. So we used that. We did then some modeling to look at what the median costs were, and then we ran scenarios, about 72 different scenarios across the key financial metrics. And that allowed us to identify the key sensitivity variables, which are importantly the length of time of the concession period for the toll road, how long construction takes, which impacts obviously the cash, how quickly cash flows start coming in, and the sensitivity to the debt and equity ratios that the developers have in place.
Next slide, please. So I'm not going to bore you with most of these slides. Basically, what we are saying that based on the cash flow and the traffic demand that was looked at, the bridge can pay for itself. Okay, next one, please. Next one. What is the cash? Okay, now let's talk about the financial structure. How do you structure this so that it's attractive enough to investors? Basically, what we try to do here, we try to find a way to pay for the bridge without going to the bank directly. So that's off balance sheet. So what do you have? We're looking at the asset-backed securitization. Asset-backed securitization basically is using the asset, which is the bridge, and the cash flow that comes from the building the bridge. So for the first, maybe say 5 years, because you're under construction, there's no money. After that, money will start to come. But how do you do this? So we'll create a special purpose vehicle. It's a separate financial instrument which has no bearing to government. Okay? Keep going. Keep Keep going. Okay, keep it there. Go back. Yeah. You see, raise funds from international capital market through the SPV, the special purpose vehicle. The funds will be used to construct the bridge. Because it's attractive, and because we have all our development activities around it, it makes the SPV securitization backed and the money is ring-fenced. It makes it easier to attract investment. That is why we are looking at the design, build, operate, transfer, or a BOT, or any other type of financial structure, not necessarily this one, but one that can use the cash flow and the security of the bridge. Thank you. That's okay. Next one. Next one. Okay, now, I think this is the most important. These are the takeaways for this presentation. The construction of the Lungi Bridge is feasible. We have no doubt about that. The construction period is 4 to 6 years. The length I've already told is 8 kilometers from embankment to embankment. Estimated cost is 1.8 to 2.1 billion. The bridge will pay for itself based on our modeling and also on analysis within 10 to 18 years, depending on the type of financial model we use. Between 10 to 18 years. The design life is 120 years. During the entire construction period, like I said before, over 5,000 jobs will be created. The Lungi Bridge is economically viable. Total Lungi Bridge project benefit estimate is 11.2 billion over 25 years. In the long term, we are estimating that the growth, now we have to be careful here, the growth within the bridge impact area could double digit. But what is also important, which I want you to recognize, let's say the bridge pays for itself in 20 years, worst case scenario. Because we have a design life of 120 years, so for 100 years, you're going to be receiving revenue that you never have today. Look at this from that context. For 100 years, when all of us are gone, you're going to be receiving revenue with no debt to pay that we don't have today. So basically what we have done, we're building the future for the future. Next slide, please. I think this is the last one. Okay, this is just our process. You can stop there. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Are there any questions or answers, ladies and gents? Questions for us that we can answer?
Yes, good morning.
You can state your name, your affiliation, and then we'll follow up with the answers.
Okay, my name is Umaro Fofana. I work for the BBC and for the Reuters news agency. Dr. Tambi, between $1.8 billion and $2.1 billion projection for this, does that include the other things you were talking about on either side of the bridge? Or is that an amount only going towards building the bridge from Abbott to Abbott? And I also wanted to know, will we have, when you say 3 lanes on either side, are you saying that we're going to have different bridges going across, or just one bridge with one lane going across? Or because I couldn't make it out from the image we saw on the board there. I think basically that is it. I'm sorry, one more question. Finally, is this a done deal, or will it be contingent upon these gentlemen here deciding to or not to bid for this?
Yeah, I can answer.
Oh, you're okay?
Sure. Yeah, okay. 1.8 to 2.1 billion, the cost of the bridge alone. 3 lanes means we have 6 lanes, 3 in each direction. Instead of having 2 lanes as has been designed before, we try to plan for the future. So we'll have 3 lanes, so there will be no congestion along the bridge. Let me just give you a quick example. Recently, there was a fanfare around the Gambia River Bridge. It's a good bridge connecting Gambia and Senegal. The only sad thing about that bridge is 1 lane in each direction. So after 20 years or even 10, even now, you begin to have traffic jam. So we want to make sure that we cannot invest that kind of money, and after 20, 40 years, we have traffic jam. Because I don't see that happening in our lifetime. That is why we have 6 lanes, 3 in each direction. And then, in addition to that, we have a median which we will design so that a light rail in the future, not right now, maybe when we are gone, they will put a light rail to transfer passengers or people from Freetown to Lungi. Now, the last question, is it a done deal? It's a process. This is the beginning of the process. What we have done, we ask people to pay a certain amount to be part of the process. And within the next 2 to 3 weeks, we'll close that process. They will submit the documents to them as the tender documents. And after that, we give them 4 to 6 weeks to come up with proposals. Like the president said, we're going to look at this proposal in the traditional tender process, so it's very transparent. And then we'll make a recommendation. But at the end of the day, it's going to be built off balance sheet, no guarantees. But it will pay for itself. I have not figured out on that. I don't know. You see, that will be part of the negotiations. You see? But let me tell you something. At the end of the day, we ourselves can build this bridge. I'm telling you. We'll talk about it. But we ourselves, we have resources that are lying underground. If I think about the trillions, I'm told, trillions of dollars of resources that we as a country have, 2.1 billion is nothing. So worst case scenario, we ourselves can do it. We're looking at the easy way out first. Thank you.
When you say at no cost to government, and then you are a bit ambivalent on whether or not there'll be exemptions, doesn't that presuppose that there could be cost on government if taxes are exempted?
You know, let me hand over to Joe, because what I know, okay, in construction contracts, even all construction contracts, there is an element of tax break for importation of goods. That's part of the contract. I'll ask Joe to help here.
Hi, Joe Denby, Presidential Advisor on Economic and Financial Policy. Just for clarification, the base scenario is that all tax exemptions, waivers and such like that are statutorily in place will apply to all infrastructure projects, and there's a whole litany of these things, so they will apply. In exceptional cases, specific exemptions can be negotiated. This is a government project. But just to underpin Dr. Tambi's point, when we say there's no cost to government, there's no direct cost to government. So what that actually means is it's non-recourse project financing, which means that, for example, the residual liability will not be with government. You have situations where if it's a loan, whether the project is successful or not, the government is lumbered with a residual liability. That cannot be the case because it's non-recourse. So it's all filtered through a non-recourse, through a special purpose vehicle. Same model we're adopting for all the infrastructure spend. The debt sustainability thresholds for the country, without putting too fine a point on it, are in rather bad shape. The economy is less than it should be. And as a consequence, that limits the amount of debt we can take. And the amount of debt we can take as a government, we're already at that limit, which is why all of our infrastructure development is predicated upon SPVs and using non-recourse financing of a variety of means. So hopefully that does answer your question. So for clarity, there will be no cost to government regardless, how directly. To the extent that you view waivers and tax exemptions as a cost to government, there will be no more cost to government than there is in any given scenario. There are a bunch of statutory exemptions already available, not just for infrastructure, agriculture, tech, the whole bunch which are available from Sleeper. I believe Sleeper are represented here. Does that answer your question? Indirect, but I wouldn't call it a cost, except that the... Yes, but it's no... For example, if we weren't doing the project, if an external third party would, for example, investing in a business here, the exemptions would apply. So to the extent that we do have exemptions to promote first mover, pioneering industries and that kind of thing, it is a cost, but it's what I would call, we're already there. That's what happens now. So in terms of doing this project, nothing over and above that is anticipated to be cost to government. Okay? Thanks.
All right, there's another question here. Keep it nice and short. No comments, just a question, please. I know Sierra Leoneans on microphones.
Especially civil society. It talks a lot. Thank you very much, Dr. Tambi. I have 3 questions. The first one is where line ministries consulted and agencies like the Ministry of Works and the SLRA, where they consulted when this work was going on. The second aspect, I assume, the other viability to the bridge are going to be constructed alongside the bridge. The question is, how are they going to be financed? Personally, you spoke about grants. So how are the other new Freetown going to be costed? Who is going to fund them? The third question is the cost for the toll. We speak with citizens and we are representatives of citizens. And when I get to the TV or radio tomorrow morning, the first question the journalists want to ask is, what will be the cost effectiveness for toll with regards to citizens who will be plying those bridges? Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. The first question, you had the president mention here. He created the Office of Presidential Infrastructure Initiative in his office. Okay? This is an initiative. That notwithstanding, we do consult the line ministry that are relevant for what we are doing. For example, we do work with SLRA. As we move forward, SLRA will be part of the committee that will evaluate the tenders. So we do consult. But it's important to recognize that this is an initiative. It's not the traditional way of doing business. So let's get that correct. Second, talking about the development along. Joe just mentioned all these projects that we are designing are going to be done by the private sector. They're going to be done by the private sector. They finance themselves. If you come and build a hotel, we don't expect government to build a hotel. If you put a marina, right now you pay $40 on the one-way trip to the airport. It's private sector. It's not government. So we expect all this development to be done by the private sector. What I mentioned about the convention center is going to be a grant from the Indian government. See, but all the others are going to be done by the private sector. That is what we are busy trying to attract them and trying to design them in such a way that they are bankable and attractive for financing. The last one, he talked about the toll. I just mentioned you pay $40. I think it's $5,000 on the ferry. But you know how infrequent that is. That is why in the slide I show the cost savings in travel time and the cost benefit that the country will get as a result of the bridge. Of course, the bridge is going to be tolled, but let me just rest your mind and be assured the tolls are going to be different. If you are going to the airport, you pay a special toll. If you are going to the new city at Lungi, you pay a special toll. If you are going to Port Loko or just a regular commuter traffic like today, you have a different toll. But at the end of the day, there is a flat toll that everyone will pay when it gets on the bridge. Okay? Does that answer your question? Thank you.
Dr. Tambi, I am looking at the financials very carefully.
Can you please state your name and your affiliation?
My name is Dr. Andrew Ture. I'm with TerraTest. I'm just asking a simple question on the financials. 2 billion over 20 years, like 100 million a year that you must bring in on the bridge. These figures really realistic? because nobody expanded on the income side of it, how you recover your money. It was just glided through. But on a quick calculation, you're looking at close to $100 million a year. I want to have a bit more elaboration on the feasibility of collecting $100 million on just tolls back and forth from Lungi.
Okay, thank you. I can answer that. If you're looking at the traffic volume, okay, the World Bank will tell you that for a concession to be profitable, you need at least 10,000 vehicles per day. You're not going to have that on this bridge. Best you may have 5,000 vehicles per day. But let me tell you how we calculated our revenue. One, we are not charging by vehicle, just so that you know. We're charging by passengers. That's one. If you have 4 passengers in a vehicle, that vehicle will pay, for example, if it's $10 per person, it will pay $40. That is one. We are looking at the non-traditional way. And second, I've identified, I showed you 6 other projects. What we also plan to do, we'll do what we call shadow tolling. So in order to get the other 5,000 vehicles per day, we have hotels, we have free trade zone, we have a new city. We can put a small levy on each of those activities to go towards the bridge. My senior. So at the end of the day, the bridge is not just predicated on the traffic volume, no. But even that, we're not charging per vehicle, we're charging per number of passengers. Okay? So if you have, let's say the toll is $10, you have 4 people or 5 people in the car, they pay $50. So it's not per vehicle. And second, we will shadow toll it by putting a small levy on activities that are being supported by the bridge, because the bridge is the anchor. For example, if you pay for a hotel room $100, maybe $5 will go to the bridge. The aircraft landing fee is $100, maybe $10 goes to the bridge. So when you quantify all that, you begin to look at the volume and the number of 100 million per year. That is the rationale.
You know, I hope so will be the take note too. Because now I make a be tell you just now say, please get pen and paper. Make you go right so that you no go misunderstand waiting and they talk. But now the last part more I want make you focus and not be just one play the last part, then other people and begin ask question, waiting, then be say, waiting, then not be say. So we don't make the president waiting talk, you don't hear. But that money side, that money, how this bridge go pay for himself. Now they I want make, because that one day now don't come with a little bit of contention now. Where beaucoup people they say the bridge before that they for left arm. Yes, now we be the call say we want the bridge. But now people in the question say, this bridge is too costly. You remember I go can play Uma Ufufana waiting he talk na BBC about this bridge. But Dr. Tambi, when they ask him that first part, he talk say, Uda they go na airport, go pay different toll price. If you want go na the new city we get for the Uber na the Lungi day, you go pay different toll price. If you want go na Lungi Tong, you go pay different toll price. On top of that, there is still a flat rate toll price we did it. Again, what they ask and say, because if we look we need 100 million now in this bridge for the make every year. $100 million. Now for the make every year. He say yes, on top of that, then go charge by passenger, not to by motorcar. So then even the new cities you imagine all the one then they charge half money for the bridge. Even the airport how they talk say, oh, tickets there right now. Even the landing fee, then go put small money there for the bridge. This bridge, we want some more, but I know. We check all the money how they talk. We want the bridge, but something this money. Okay, Let Olande first make a count waiting Umaru Fofana talk na BBC about the bridge. Let we listen waiting Umaru Fofana say.
Sierra Leone has initiated a request for tenders for what could be one of the biggest and most expensive infrastructural projects in Africa today. The government has invited contractors to submit proposals to build a bridge across the wide mouth of a river to link the capital city, Freetown, and the country's northern regions. If successful, it will shorten journey times to the country's international airport and open up trade with the north of the country and its main African trading partner, Guinea. But there are questions over how much it will cost and who will pay for it. Omaru Fofana reports from Freetown.
We believe that infrastructure investment should not burden the country with huge debt.
It is with this consideration that President Julius Maada Bio late last year cancelled a Chinese infrastructure project to construct a new airport, which had been approved by his predecessor.
We also believe that the tender processes must be competitive, transparent, corrupt-free, and must offer the best value for money for this country.
Today, he started the process of the most ambitious single infrastructure project in the history of Sierra Leone, stressing that it would be at no cost to the state. The $2 billion bridge linking Freetown to the airport town of Lungi in Potloko district and the rest of the northwest will be 3 lanes on either side and 60 meters high. It has provision for a future plan to have a light rail system. Today, investors were talked through what the government has to offer under a system that will be financed and run by the investors themselves for profit. Dr. John Tambi is chairman of the Presidential Infrastructure Initiative, who is leading the project.
This is a bridge that is going to unlock the economic potential of the entire country. The Potloko side has the highest GDP nationally, and the western area has the second largest. So by connecting these two regions, you are going to unleash serious and great economic activity.
So it's expected to be completed between 4 and 6 years. Is it as done a deal as it sounds?
Yes, it is. We may even be able to do it within 3 years.
So what are the indications you're getting so far from potential investors?
It's positive, but let me tell you something. Most of the so-called investors come to your country, work with you, you go to the World Bank, you go to ADB or EU, get a loan, and then they build a structure, and we are left with the burden to pay the debt. So now we want the infrastructure to pay for itself, and those I've spoken to, they are interested.
He says the investors who have so far come forward are from Asia, Europe, and the Far East. I spoke to some of them. First, Wei Li from the China Road and Bridge Corporation.
So we came to see if it's our opportunity to be the investor, and we will study the project. So far, we look is attractive, but the detail we need to make a study. We also need our own estimation.
I'm Paul Clark, and I have a consortium under Gateway Associates. I think this is a very bold initiative, clearly has vision for Sierra Leone. We've had the presentation today. There's a lot of work to be assimilated. There's a lot of work to do with our investors and our people, but we need to look at this in detail and see what we can do. We'd like to do something, but let's see what we can do.
When completed, the Lungi Bridge will be a game changer for a country with huge tourism potentials, but many shy away from visiting, partly because of the difficulty and high cost of traveling from the airport to the capital. In addition to its iron ore infrastructure, the Northwest also has huge agricultural produce, which farmers and traders struggle to transport to the capital in sometimes rickety and dangerous dugout canoes.
Omaru Fofana reporting there from Freetown.
Well, na so Umaru Fofana be report na BBC. And they look the comments na Facebook. Some people say, yes, before they thief the money, make them build the bridge. Then you not listen fine. The bridge, na they pay for himself. Just like where the toll road, na they pay for himself right now. The toll road where they so from Hastings to Masiaka, na they pay for himself. Government not put 1 cent there, and waiting then gather the investors them, now so then they take their money. So now the same thing back, they come to the bridge. So not to say government money did you. Government money not did it. And the way how them break down for raise that $100 million per year. It go and make you think like say this bridge not go and cater for the people them who think say in the bridge for cater for. Because a lot of people they talk about the canoe, then they talk about them Akituma them, they talk about the people who can get stranded na the ferry. Now the reason this will make we all be want the bridge. I think say Papa government need for come inside small pada money. Long no left and no more give the investors them. Or that 20 year, then stretch them more back. Because if we say 2 billion, 1 year then for able raise $100 million per the bridge, per toll, and all the halfway them, where then they think say, then go able for get money, per the new city where then go bill and go charge anybody, you where they go there, then go charge you say because you use the bridge. Mind you don't pay for the bridge camo. Hey, this bridge, we like them. We all want them. But me, I just wish them find one big diamond right now. We could just pay for this bridge. So, person say if the toll go they pay for himself, let the bridge pay for himself. You know what thing go funny for see or what thing not go fine for see. Now we be say this bridge done. Then they can charge money. You usai Dr. Tambi be the tell we, eh? Dr. Tambi tell we say the government not tied to nothing. It left to the investor. The government not tied to nothing. It left to the investor. So that investor dey na him get for see say he get him money. So let's say this is not just example. Let's say the investor say, okay, you know what thing? Then one day when they taxi coach, then they charge $40. Well, let me self charge $20 per person. Government no go can tell and say no, put your price down. Because I made the government don't tell we say they are not did it. But again, the process, the president don't tell we say, in go see say no corruption all day through the process. We want the bridge. The problem here about the negotiation, somebody just commented that you think they go negotiate. No, this price where they so. Not to the investor them put a more. Now we own people we do the studies, now then come up with this amount of money. We own people now then come up with this amount of money. A day between 1.8 billion to 2.1 billion dollar. Now you get for cost. So that investor where they come, enough for come out within this range. Enough for come out within the range. Again, then tell we say it go take between 4 to 6 years for construct them. And inside that one day, it go create 5,450 jobs. Now it go create. Then I for make the bridge. Now it go create the jobs. Definitely job go there. What do you think? Because they say the bridge get for last for 120 years. 120 years then the bridge they last for. So if this bridge they last for 120 years, then why will not stretch until 50 years? So that we go tie we more. Go tie we more. Because that 20 years day, for raise that 100 million per year. It go difficult to. Or if they meet up, Government himself able waka, he make his own, he pull some style. Don't him pay 50%, the investor pay 50%. That he go fine. But government don't tell we say, then another day. You one other part day. I hope say you listen. One other part day where they say even if the thing go bad, government not tie himself doing nothing. So you feel say that investor go invest $2 billion. Don't you see dollar it go bad? He go fet all kind way forget him money. But the main thing na the affordability for them people we can take plazas, where they take permine, where they take fish, pankinu for go up and down. Because if them why can't ace them price, guess what? Then canoe them back, then go ace them price. Then go ace them price. So the need for this one way we do a result today, it's fine. If I know, it's fine. But do ya let the government think fine before pen go to paper? They don't tell we say within 4 to 6 years the bridge it go build. It go build. Definitely. The bridge go build. Now just the cost where they on top am. Just the way how for raise this money. Because now 120 years, 90 the bridge gets. But hey, I dey open the phone line. 2 minutes now everybody gets for take part in the program. Where you come, go straight to your point. Where you come, you get 2 minutes. You go straight to your point, please. If 2 minutes you begin to explain about this government or the other government, now the bridge we they talk about. Go straight to your point, you get 2 minutes. I believe say inside 2 minutes, everybody for able for making points straight. Make a bring with first caller. Yes, caller, you get 2 minutes, please. Waiting on your name and who side you call from.
Okay, this time Mustafa they call from France.
Yes, Mustafa, what's in your contribution?
The contribution, this one is a very good one for the country as a whole. You understand? But now look at them in the other ways. You understand? For make the bridge is very good. Now, if they can't make the bridge, if the cost too much, people then they use the bridge. Now one. Then number two, now we look at her in the other place. Which investor go invest in money in a salon then this hour? Now this would they try for talk say, let's put yourself together. Because investor before they can invest, they watch how credible, how safe the country they first. Now one, before you go put in money there. And then number two, if they don't make that bridge there, God be able to make investor able come where they can make the bridge. For example, anything happen, like where the government say they not get no hands there. You believe the person go there where go able for can invest in money where if the government say they back them up, that kind of money they how they go whose kind of magic would they go able use for raise 100 million per year in a salon per bridge for the airport. And we airport not to that kind of big airport where they say would they get cargo plane there where they come, maybe they count goods for go Guinea when I express goods where the plane not go able land na Guinea or go able land na neighboring country them. Before then they even count that project, they let them make false way, let the airport be some kind way be say go accept any kind plane.
Okay, Mustafa, you 2 minutes done, yeah? Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you, yeah. Yes, caller, I live on here. Your name and who side the call from, please?
Yeah, me that's Sambi I call from Philly.
Yes, you get 2 minutes. I'm waiting on your contribution.
Yeah, I just commend you on a very good topic. You take issues as they come about, but this one you narrow on too much. Like, so you get your own side already where you don't take. I know they go into that. But one thing I go on for say, the bridge fine for me. I absolutely agree with the cost and how we get for pay for it. and the time will take and how you go affect people already in that impoverished area. Local with I don't work at local for 3 years before they got this country, and we spend weekends now free time, so I know how which will they go through. Some 10 inside December that pamper will they use for go with this. So we know the disaster we done cause one of the years that I've been needed. But one thing I can want for saying, I go commend the government for one thing we didn't do. I mean, something they do call them by the name for even open the thing up this kind of way. We don't begin make people in the area we discuss, we know the money bit by bit. That's a very good thing. Now that for one lesson, so that we will get into opportunity that we don't level at this kind of place or outside Israel, we discuss them. It's so good. Now this thing for the do for any project people they want to do, even for subsequent government, we then go camp. Now that thing for the do. They don't know the high team power later we say that's what it be. This one is a very good thing, very good. It's a very good thing from them telling us about the cost, how the project get for the. I'll commend them for that. The toll would I begin to if you didn't talk about the toll road, even a text message, the toll road and then this one. The toll road and this one would be a difference. Even in America and also toll, we they pay today. The toll road, that road they don't make them before the people they begin pay before then they expand. So I'm not compare myself to the bridge if they're American too. They don't compare them. They don't mind because that one we don't begin pay for them first. We get the road, it did it. Nobody only one dirty day first, then we don't begin pay for. Now expansion, I be the only logic in terms of the thing. And we didn't pay for it before the work they go on. So there's a great difference between the bridge and the toll road. And then the other.
You 2 minutes done. You 2 minutes done. I just want to stick on to 2 minutes today, please.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, good, thank you.
Yeah. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from, please?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. This is my Edward. I call from Norway.
Yes, Edward, you get 2 minutes. Carry on.
Yeah, what's happened now? I picked two words from all the conversations or all the panelists and the conference today: transparency and secondly, then say the bridge, they pay for itself. You see, that's a very fine. We all want the bridge. You see, I'm fortunate for the in one country where now about 6 million people or 7 million people and they now petroleum products and potato and fish, now in the export. You see, but now the country, now the richest country in the world, now in Norway. You see, how they manage their system, then they build the infrastructures, them like the roads, and then they get this toll, and they collect money and continue for build other infrastructures. You see, and you rightly say something very, very important. In as much as we want the road and we want the bridge and we're glad for at least where the government now introduce the system. We want this $100 million per year. Make them try for negotiate and back. You see, because I'm not gonna say the mami factory they bring in potato leaves from Lungi and they pass or where they bring in fish from Lungi for Krango Freetown. You see, you're not going to afford for pay so dear for make at least you go sell them fish or the potato leaves so then they harvest na Lungi for go sell on Freetown. You see, you go bring much economic burden upon them. So if the government will negotiate instead of 20 years leasing period, let them extend unto 50 years. You see, so that the toll road. Instead of paying $10, they're going to pay $3, per person. This country, yeah. So that system, then they like you really.
You 2 minutes done, please.
Oh, thank you very much.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Mm.
Yes, caller, I did live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
This is Jennifer from Virginia.
Yes, Jennifer, you get 2 minutes. Waiting a contribution.
I feel say na good idea where they don't come with that bridge. The cost where they talk about, a lot of things about even that ferry day. When they go cross that ferry day, you they pay for the passengers, then all where they inside your motorcar, then you they pay for the motorcar. Okay, when you want to go now the other way, you they pay $40 for cross each way. Don't think about all that cost they pay. So, better let them build this bridge here. We not pray for good things like kind of country. Not left for cry down with country. They are big. Lord, they pray for let good thing can our country with tongue. Lord, left for talk bad about Sierra Leone. Lord, pray let good thing can at Sierra Leone with tongue. They are Lord talk good about Sierra Leone. All that money they pay for ferry. All that money they pay up and down. If they pay for that bridge, even here they pay toll for them bridge there. Where they go now New York, how many toll you they pay from Virginia? Think about it. God go provide them for we. God go provide them for people there. But if that investment they come, everything go be great by God in power. Now that we they pray for. I'm glad for that.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Yes, caller. You get for dull with you to listen to. You get for dull with you to listen for. You can dull with you to listen for caller from the United Kingdom.
$1.
Okay, you did live on here. You get 2 minutes. What's in your contribution?
My name is Peter Jones here. I call from London. Well, I give all this bridge today because the bridge on the area for long years. I think it's small improvement, although no investor not take them up it. So the fingers are crossed. No more. We just back no more. Because I know if they don't build this bridge, that definitely the government will put on again per ferry. We know if ferry for park finally. The one is ferry for the watching. Ferry for park. I don't know about that Pelican. They're not a government. But most time you watch this ferry, you know, that they look at people and they fill up this ferry. The ordinary man, they walk on a Lungi, or they walk on a Freetown, or they make it man there, they fill up this ferry. So at least government not was them pull land there. The government therefore step in. At least they share the responsibility a bit, make the cost will come down. Because $10, $15, $20 investor do not make their own price yet, so they don't make their own estimate yet. The investor do not estimate yet, according to the interview with me. Not make their own estimate yet, not make their own price yet. So we don't know yet. But God so good, also they're happy. They look like the idea. So and then we will all pray for. But government for full food and a mix. I don't think that will be a good idea. I think they will strive for involve small. Then go into small percentage, 80 to 20 or 70 to 30. I think then they go for we the local people and for the cost free flow.
All right. Thank you very much, caller.
So I'm your contribution and okay.
Thank you. Yes, caller, you did live on air. Your name and who side you call from, please? Oh. Yes, caller, you did live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, Michael, I call from Lungi.
Michael, you get 2 minutes. Waiting at your contribution.
Yeah, your contribution towards this bridge. The initiative is really fine. But they therefore look at not only the people level, the second city where they want to create ourselves a team. They therefore look at the people already around that area, the poor people already around there. We're not going to afford for pay dollar for cost and a bridge for coming and free for doing business. We don't go prefer them pay that 5,000 or 7,000 in cost per year, or then cost that boats, then cost cow back and do the business and go back. So we really want to let government see them. They look for them poor people and they force. If ever in the think about any other further contract with them people also. Because first you don't go put in 2 billion for build a bridge, hopefully they hope for profit. When I pull the money. So if government don't begin say then they left everything with the people that they can invest there with the people that for use the bridge. I mean, I really want the government come in and see how they're able to make it so simple for the people of that country. My new contribution on that.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from, please?
Hello, my name is Eboy from Australia.
Yes, Eboy, you get 2 minutes. Waiting at your contribution.
Once alone, anyone that you will say okay, will say oh. My question is, since the government say they are not doing this, the bridge now private sector, the private sector they handle it. What do they mean if the private sector they handle it? The issue is I want to the Sierra Leone people go back, then we go back more. For study, the toll road didn't be built before, the problem they don't create, and how it is now. Make them study them today. Because the bridge, I want to know whether it's a need, it's a must I go build bridge. Then you say you need to improve the airport. Now then they only want as bad as you.
No, I want all you and Allah just correct today. Even though not 2 minutes you get 30 seconds. But definitely there is going to be an expansion at the airport. Then they make an expansion at the airport where that part where they open them, it go tell like say na a brand new airport. Now then they didn't tell we.
Well, also then they talk about the 3 lanes around it. Now they talk say about passenger and then with the charge. So it's not by passenger. So what's not the rate for PT and adults? Now the same rate, and then with the charge them. PT rate and adults rate now the same way did they charge them? That question they all we need for asking question and this.
All right, thank you very much. You time done. Thank you. Yes, caller, I did live on here. Your name and who side you call from, please. Caller from, okay, we don't lost that caller there. Make we just count with this other caller. Yes, caller, the one from UK. You there on air now. Your name and who side you call from? Yes, caller from UK. You there on air now. Your name and who side you call from? Okay. Oh. Make we count this other caller. Yes, caller from France.
Yes, this is Saladin from France.
Exactly. You get 2 minutes.
Anyway, you know, I don't listen to all the analysis, but I listen to that caller. You know, they talk, they say your analysis is too narrow and shallow. You understand? But when we look at them in the far perspective way, this bridge, a good way, but it will count on total suffering for poor people. Because for make the government go say, you know, they put nothing to nothing. And can you imagine, hey, this is not go easy. It's not go easy. Me, I not support this idea of the kind way the government want for institute this bridge here, it will bring on total suffering for the people of that country today. You know? So that's the moment I say for
all right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, caller, you there live on here. Your name and who side you call from, please?
Brother Triple A, it's me. Sampa Kamara, they call from Finland.
Yes, Sampa, you get 2 minutes waiting na your contribution.
Well, my contribution is that how can the government say they are totally hands off in the construction of the bridge? It is a shame, my brother. The bridge is visible, really, because I'm sure there will be investors that will be eager to invest. But if you listen to the chairman in the short clip he played for us, in his speech, he mentioned that if things go worst, we, Sierra Leone, can pay with all the resources we have. But added that is not the primary. But my concern is the cost of 1.8 to 2.1 billion, which will be paid by the bridge itself. That is Sierra Leonean who are using the bridge. Majority of whom are our mothers and sisters and relatives living in the opposite direction, operating with working capital of less than $50 per month, yet currently travel 5 to 10 times to Freetown to do their business. It is a shame, really, because there's so much, and if the government cannot intervene, I think it's gonna be a really, really big burden to us. You cannot if you're listening to Bio's speech, he said we're gonna have a bridge and infrastructure that should not cause huge debt, and at the same time affordable, yet must be paid back by itself, by Sierra Leonean. That's what he was actually saying, but not mentioning Sierra Leonean. I think we need the government, and we need very good economists around him to tell him that even though it's visible, for our poor people living down there, it's a challenge. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Yes, caller, you're live on here. Your name and who side you call from, please?
Me, Usman Toli, I call from the United Kingdom.
Yes, Usman, you get 2 minutes.
Yes, as far as we know, I think the project is a good one, but we still get still get a number of important questions then for ask. First of all, I just thank the woman who raised the point, say, even at the present moment, and they charge by passengers, where they go with you with the car, to and fro, then they charge you by the number of people that were inside, and at the same time, they charge you for the car itself. So then they don't already there in place. But the critical question where I want to ask is this. These are investors then. We therefore create some kind of competitiveness. We therefore bring some amount of competition. I want to know if the government will still allow the ferry for operate. The reason is, if we allow the ferry for operate, they get two advantages then. One, it creates a kind of checks and balances to the investor, in the sense that if the ordinary people are with the cow, the cassava leaf, the cow, the potato leaf, or whatever, and find out, say, the cost of crossing the bridge is expensive, then go decide for go with the ferry. And it's important because the ferry is safe. We don't use them for the last 100 years. It's safe. So therefore still allow the ferry for operate to and fro the Lungi days, so that it will create a kind of checks for the investor. That is very important. And more so importantly, we don't get the investor aid. We don't know, because I have to go look at the critical aspect of the project. And I believe, say, when they don't come to agreement, this don't get the investors then still get for tender this now parliament or go see if they go approve them. I believe say all the things they get for happen. But as important as the bridge, I really support the idea, but it has to be they never give alternatives.
Okay.
In other words.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Usman. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from, please?
My name DJ Dulbang. I call from London.
Yes, you get 2 minutes awaiting your contribution.
Okay, my own contribution, what I make today, I want to tell the government thank you for the idea where they come up for me. But I beg them as well, may they look into how the private body they can look after this bridge, whether they carry it, right? Because now that they talk about 10, 20 years, what about if we stretch it up to 50 years for make them able to get their money back? Because nobody know they can put $2 billion into any business where they look for make profits. But again, now for the layman, the way they overlong, for the layman, the way they in a salon. Not for we then just see there, where go they go na salon no more for they use the bridge. So me, I just want to say thank you to them for the nice idea and where them bring and come up publicly. Where we the Sierra Leone and the back get a right for say, for contribute. So once more, I want to tell them thank you. But may they look into it, may they just not let Fangi the private body for running. Because again, now list then they can list the land. The land that we own. Anybody where they can list to land, we could try for know waiting that they list them for and how they go pull back the money. Right? So I'm not only for too long. Thank you. God bless everybody.
All right, thank you very much, DJ Dulbang from Official Mama Salo. Yes, caller, you there live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Yes, hello?
Yes, you there live on air. Your name and who side you call from?
My name is Lucien, they call from Holland.
Lucien, you get 2 minutes. Waiting a contribution.
Well, my contribution, glad the government don't announce this kind of news. And I hope they don't plan this thing before then they expose them. Because when something all man knows have been for saying this nine and then plan. So me, what me want to say, I'm glad really, and I hope you all glad for this new, for this project, and we hope everything go well. But what me want to say no more, even though they have a cost for young people then, they have a cost for young people then, even though we they are brought back. If any kind of thing what government want for make we contribute, for make the project go through, I think we can able to do any small thing for make the project go through.
All right. Thank you very much, caller.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from, please?
I call from New York, Yonkers, New York. My name is Abu Conte.
Yes, Abu, what's in your contribution? You get 2 minutes, sir.
The contribution is, I think we forget some modernized ferries instead of spending all that money on the bridge. We get some for the poor people there. They will get the one for the official people there. We can do that. All that money they will spend. If you look England, for cross from Holland to England, not ferry then they use. So if we get decent ferry, the modernized ferries there, they can work for we. Now that no more get for say.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and who side you call from, please?
Yes, hello.
Yes, you on air. Your name and who side you call from?
Now retired Captain Kabiri call presently na the Met na UK.
Yes, sir, you get 2 minutes, sir. You get 2 minutes waiting a contribution.
Okay, thank you very much. I just want to let everybody know, say, this government, now a very serious government, now a responsible government. You don't see exactly what you don't come on over this bridge issue. This bridge issue, before we even born, these were the things from the one way Pasheki. Well, small Pasheki be one for go ahead with this bridging project. We know it before happen. Day like today, I remember waiting Kabase in speech. He say in dream, and you know say in dream will be one of the thing that we go see a connection from Lungi to Freetown. Where today this particular dream here they come to pass. But people then they were not happy over them just because not to who side and they we don't decide for bring this particular development na the floor, which is really, really bad. We have to be nationalistic, not partyism. This particular deal, even from people from international countries, them right now as they watch the program, from where today be, let me say, this reporter announced this, everybody is jubilating. Look what happened in Gambia and Senegal. We don't create a lot of development. Why people are not going to them and being glady, but they talk negative things? Number one. Number two, this particular bridge here, the money, not for incur to the government. We didn't now the Western world now. We don't pay for toll roads them up to this day. We they pay for toll roads them, but we not even pay film. And let people then find out say and no say that particular body where they say now every passenger get for the pay. No, na per motoka. Let people then realize that one day this deal it is not per head, it is per people. I know some people that way they Lungi, them poor and that, but this particular bridge will bring a development. People then go migrate from Freetown, go live in Lungi now. Offices will be created there. So this is particular infrastructure, this particular investment. I want every Sierra Leonean, when nationalistic, make you put your hand and let it pray. Let them stop for the same negative things about this bridge. It is very, very much saddening and disgraceful for make we see this. Just because we said this project, they come out, not then they don't come. It is very, very much abasement. It's very, very much saddening. People that need to wake up and start smelling the coffee. Yeah?
All right, thank you very much, caller. Thank you, sir. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Hello, Lamina Jalo, I call from Germany.
Yes, Jalo, you get 2 minutes waiting now your contribution.
Okay, your contribution. Everybody they talk say the money is too much. Okay, yeah, the money is too much. But me, I want to me idea. I don't know if the government go make that bridge day, then put a tram where they run another line day. You understand? Where they run meet another line day, where they go and come for local transport for everybody. Because me, I know say local transport, if they put that tram in another line day, it bring more money for we. So any zone where they go, you buy ticket, you click them, you come, you go. You understand? Because that bring money because I don't work beside that thing day because the German is so from 1970, when I get trained in also to now, it's close to 50 years. You understand? So me go prefer for the government put tram middle and where people go to buy tickets, local people go to buy tickets and they click and then come. It bring more money for pay for that bridge day. You understand? And secondly, me I push the year back to 30 years. You understand? So at least they go for pay because I know the investor because anything where investor they put money palm, if you push them to 30 years, we get to pay more money back. We have to pay they call it Sinzi, you understand? We have to pay them money and day. So me all the government think and find me then put tram in that middle line there because tram not get better weight Make them put another middle line there where they go and camp, where they carry local people them, where you not get beaucoup money for pay that $20, $30, $40 where they talk about. For we then just can pay. And while the government try for ban them, kunu them back, where they take transport people and go over Lungi and camp. Because then go more back for me than pay for the bridge. And then both away another Aberdeen, they for ban the all. So at least people are going to use the train and the tram, the bridge.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, but not talk to the better.
Yeah, now 2 minutes today, I hold mind get. And I just want happy and we talk about the tram. Yes, government get planned for that. Now then they left space for that middle the bridge.
Well,
then they left space for that the middle the bridge, but not to now. They said that down the road, not to now. That one they in there for for down the road.
Now, they make a now.
Okay.
Bigger. May they make a now because this never bring money because we see it train in Germany now close to 50 years the money don't come out. They one big train where they want now so now 20 million they sell. Then brown new train where Germany puts on Munich here now 20 million carry work. You understand? So they never buy tram is not too expensive that much. They put another line there too. Where they go and come, buy ticket local, they not charge people and money because people don't get work. All man as alone they live on their own. So they never break and down. They tell the investor what for do. Papa President Bio, please for God and not being able to put hands small inside the business. Make people and
thank you.
Want this business. Okay.
All right, thank you. Okay, we get a caller from Lungi. The Lungi man is have done call. Yes, Senator Ibrahima, waiting your contribution. Make and quick.
Yes, for me, one of the most happy man today when I read this news because from where we born. Before I come to the bridge, let's just tell people there's something. Then this year, from over 2 months now, we don't get blackout in Lungi. So I go for contact 2-3 people them. I ask them, I say, but what's not the problem? We tell where APC be would they get light. Now SFPP don't come when they get light. Waiting the ETSA man get for tell me say the money where government get for give ETSA for fuel, a damn too plenty. The people that waiting at Lungi, plenty people waiting now just this bulb they get. They not get microwave, they not get this, that, nothing. So they get big generator when at 6 megawatts, but the people that they consume better electricity. So a huge burden on ETSA for the provide fuel where they able to generate the money. Now let me look at France outside they were me border they talk this they condemn the bridge. Then 2 months ago when I ready for go Salon for going at the airport, so no the train where you take when at the same train we already pass inside they pay 2 euro, 1 euro. When you go at the airport now 12 euro now you pay for going at the airport line B where they go direct at the airport. You want you can't do other side why you take transport you go but when they enter the airport you get for pay. Yeah, when the common area for Musa they for going to Paris, the toll road they everywhere. The development all they enjoy now, people they don't suffer for them. Now pay people they pay. Now if you listen to the program, when the Dr. Sambi they play the paper, this now we think of now this government they do. Now the investors they say they see the program, they gladly. Then get for go look there you now. Me believe say the president. Go take trouble. They can't give the people them. We will not go able to. And no better way now we discuss them. We told what we come now. We talk now this radio. We call drivers union. They say they not agree because they not even the part of this the toll road. The one road gets they use now. Maybe they talk say before they begin with that toll road, then they give you the bridge. Now God don't make this president not come. They don't bring a kahiba na do. They say when I look at na this I want. Now, all can discuss. Before they start, I go for going to parliament. So, my families, my people, where would they are? We need a grumble for pay toll road. We need a grumble for pay tax. But when they say now, for now we country develop, how long will they pan this one? You don't know more they come, they run away, can other man country. That means no say we get for look at where this bridge they come out because me for us decide maybe remember say the bridge they come out not today. I remember saying at that party end they go Sangulma, Tasso, Pepel, you go Canon and Lungi, but not today you get for pass again. Now this bridge get for come out all the way at the center of the town. You get for cross, you get for that bridge, you get for high because ship they get for pass on that. We get for look at it then it gets 3 exits when they go at the airport. One they go at the airport, one they can at the Lungi town, then the one they go at the provinces. So we get to look at this, now we look at this thing first. Now we not begin criticize the waiting they call. Nothing will for happy for me believe say at the end of the day, now a win-win situation because now the president they talk. So now we wait and see what the investors them we don't come not to one, not to two, not to three. Them they tomorrow for in interview they will I believe to all listen to them. They say now a very good business. So then when they go spend the money, government they put money. Now then they spend money. The only thing government if you don't get for say this 20 years old they negotiate for in order for do. Now make it to 25. Government not gonna say no because the lifespan of the bridge is 120 years. You see, so the only thing now we get for allow, we get for give the people then the chance. They work. So thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Aneti. Yes, caller, I live on here. Your name and who the call from, please.
My name Umar Kamal. I call from Sweden.
Yes, Umar, you get 2 minutes waiting your contribution.
One first, I really want to say thanks to the team where they allow me to make some comment and to the development of Sierra Leone.
Umar, I will don't wait you to listen with quick because with the area, please don't small, then you can continue because you get 2 minutes. Carry on.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much. My opinion here, I call on all Sierra Leoneans. This is not time for let we come together, not a time for let we begin to choose from Musa or whichsoever direction where you go to. The point here is we all need development in our country. And no nation not develop without the people of the nation. We they call say we want peace, we they call say we want changes. The mind of we self as a Sierra Leonean, we need to change first. Whenever we see progress, my own contribution no more to give to everybody. Let us give hands and support that project. His Excellency, the President, in order for ever succeed, if we, the people of Sierra Leone, not support them for making it succeed. Whether it be anybody today, we change the president, we change any leader, that leader need we support. Then they talk about bridge, where it beneficial to everybody. Please, now a discussion, and everybody's opinion here, it matter. They listen them, the people in the team when they set up for let them lead this particular project, that they listen, that they know, we get to believe in them and let everybody watch. Even inside Europe today or all around the world, people that they pay, any change they get a penalty where you get for pay. If today we don't decide to make the Lungi bridge, let all Sierra they put their hands, let we look at the benefit for the children. Okay. Let we look about the benefit for the nation. Waiting that go bring to it. Contribution.
Thank you very much, caller. Yes, caller, you're there live on here. You get 2 minutes. Your name and who side you call from?
No, Ibrahim Jallo from Paris.
Yes, Ibrahim from Paris. Waiting on your contribution. You get 2 minutes.
So, I want to ask again because I've been coming up this year. I don't go far. I want to know this program, why that we don't get now policy way to take for that Lungi Bridge, or that I just propose. We don't get nobody here. That's now one question. We don't listen. Now, explain to you. We don't get policy where they can spend the money for we, or the one for like the want for doing. That's now one because no more. Then I just talk first. Then secondly, I mean, everyone call just to talk say ide free talk no ide Lungi where for come on Paris Canada. From Paris to the airport, we no get no money where they pay. Pass the transport and come and where they pay that Lungi bridge. Lungi the other ferry. We no get no gonna toll road from here to the airport. Then they lay rectify that and they fine. But also it be. You pay transport for common city, you go to the airport. Like I all man they pay anybody will go to the airport. But not for like that toll gate. That's not one. But me I want no more I wanna confirm for you say whether the government now they don't get money, but they don't get policy where they spend that money, or they don't get they want. Because if they want something not get that policy back. If you want to know what they want, sometimes we don't get the money. We don't get that policy where they spend that money. So that's no more. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. And okay, this now just propose. Now propose the investors then be did it today. Then say they lack within the area, so the talk they continue. So now so it is for now.
But they don't get policy yet. We say yes.
No, they not get policy yet. We don't say yes. But they don't tell we say the process don't begin one time today. So anytime from now we go here, we say person don't say yes.
Or we don't get person back. It go possible that we not get.
Yes, not true.
Voila.
Okay, thank you.
Because the guy Alman talks election, we don't get policy where they can spend the money.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah. Yes, call ID live on here. Your name and who side you call from, please?
Yes, I am Halakaya. I call from Sweden.
Yes, you get 2 minutes. Waiting a young contribution today.
All right. My own contribution is I'm so happy for waiting and they can do. Then two, I dey fear right now because like Emma Sebin say, Lungi Bridge now pass the wall down. So I'm afraid if the wall not they come down now. I'm just kidding. But the thing is, I'm so happy for that. Like let's say for example, in Paris, I read a history where they say like where the man can build the tower, people then say they no want time. Now the man say, okay, una allow me make a build this thing. If I build una no want I go pull them back. So when the man don't build the thing down, everybody like him. Then the man say, okay, I dey pull, and then they say no pull up. So now that place they like it to the people and they happy for good look. Then another thing is me I want the bridge there, then the ferry back the run because like if I like competition day, not the road. Because if people are not able to afford for the motorcar, then you go take the ferry. Because like the people when they go to the market for go sell, then the taxi driver or poda driver then go say let them pay for the load, they then pay for the chef. But inside the ferry now, they not they pay for the load now, just the head that they pay for. So me and that's what I want let them do. They let the bridge there, then the ferry back the run. Then at the appeal, let them put them down to 30 years, please, with the big.
Okay.
So happy, like me, I'm happy for that.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Yes, caller, I did live on here. Your name and who side you call from, please? Yes, caller from France. You did live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Okay, my name, they call me DJB. In France.
Yes, sir, you get 2 minutes, DJB. Yes, what's your contribution?
Okay, me on a quick one. First of all, from the video while listening the conference, I hear them talk say like then get for this initiative they create 5,000 jobs. What would they take in consideration? What would they look at that 5,000 jobs? You know, and that 5,000 jobs, how many families those people get for the feed for standing at one? It's a very good thing. Then number two, just like what they talk about toll gate people in the talk, I understand saying that 3 different dimensions you get forget. If you they go airport, probably you get for pay the most because you want fly. You they go on the other side, just like you just go na Lungi. And you price get for the different. And then would they see who they go, would they pay for motorcar them, then people then they pay personally. Then if you say them they compare, and most of who get the problem now we then at the oversee back. Now we some time I'm sorry for say this, we know they think straight sometimes and they because we for the fee say we now for the help young government because we there we happy for pay tax then they work 80% you the left under this country, they pay all kinds of tax, you need to go grumble no side, you need to cost nobody. Now for go give back to the country or for help billion country, or they make as an issue. Now they talk about toll gate. We get one bridge for go have at the past day every week because we all connect today. Yeah, now ordinary car, they pay 5 euro 60 cents. 5 euro 60 cents is about close to 30,000 at alone. Ordinary car, almost car they pass day. But people they pay happily. If he gets then van there, he pass stand. If not work, he pass stand. People then they even where they take because then they use it every day, then they take for the month. But the thing is, we just get for try for make and tell God thank you. This we government don't they make transparency. And we the people in back no they look by politics, by party, by language. Not just guide the government, give them support, let them see a come.
All right, thank you very much, caller. Thank you, DJB.
Okay.
Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Yes, me now Mohamed Sisse, they call from Paris, France.
Yes, Mohamed, you get 2 minutes. Waiting at your contribution.
Okay, I'm very happy for the news. We'll just pray God make it go through. Now this way they expect a country for let development come. It better make we would pay for something, at least once that development, everybody get for enjoy that development day. That's why we tell God thank you. We all as Sierra Leone put hand under this project, make it go through. May God make all things go through a happy. Me, I know they support SLP, and they support APC, but anybody we can for do good for that country, they God help them so that we country develop. People they talk about Paris, Paris, and so on and so forth. But as they opposed before, for that toll road. Me, I talk one because me go salon, I go see the toll road. I talk one word. I say, what about the money where traffic police and they extort from the drivers them? People they go about that. Toll road where they just pay, I think 18,000 or 14,000. People they grumble way. They don't make, we country don't find, they don't bring development for we. You better not go to pay for that development than that police go collect money from people that earn. So I'm very happy for that. That makes my contribute. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, caller. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, my name now Oliver. I call from Canada, Tripway.
Yes, Oliver, you get 2 minutes. What's your contribution?
I contribute on the bridge in program. A very, very good idea that even though the cost very expensive, but now one thing no more, the government for be very involved. Because if the government not involved, you're not going to protect the citizens them. These people that are investors them. The money where they charge is too much. And according to I call it that small message where they put $40 per passenger. It look like say not three, like say then they implement 3 tolls. Passenger they pay, the vehicle they pay, and then the man go back and say they get flat fee, get back where they get for pay. I mean that $40 they so convert us to Leones. Imagine people that like for we not go get problem with their money then they. But the local average Sierra Leonean they where they at the ground they like people that want to go sell them corn, where they go sell them small petty trader they where they need the bridge for go and come all in. They're not going to afford that $40 day. The money where individual and they pay, I think say it's too much. The bridge now a very good idea. They say they get for last for 120 years, no problem down there. That means say we picking and the generation and go enjoy the benefits. But the government now ain't got for come inside. I like what one person say the government forget percentage. At least if now 80 to 20, maybe get 20% or 30%. But if they not get say into this investment, we for the entire country. I mean, the people that get for suffer the consequences because where these people there right now now only one estimate force they don't get. So they not take a second look at it yet. So if they're able to take a second look at it and then the government back able to get involved and get a small share, I think say it will be very beneficial. But other than that, the program is a very good program. And thank you so much, AAA, for going to bring the current affairs there. We're all man able to contribute at the same time. Thank you. I really appreciate that, sir. I mean your contribution around this, sir.
Thank you very much, caller. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
My name is Ulematu. I call from Sweden.
Yes, Ulematu, you get 2 minutes. What's your contribution?
Your contribution I get like this, like all Sierra Leoneans, we for happy. They want to build this bridge here. Now, a very, very good thing. More not they think about how much, even though they think about how much you get for cost, but right now we need the bridge. For example, so we were there out, so walking can sometimes na salon day, we can miss the ferry. Some people then can sleep na Lungi day. Some people when they take that $40 a day for cost for go return, and which is very expensive. That $40 you take you go, you get for take back $40 for car. So if they say that we pay like $5 for me, I don't think say that much. But if I think about the people them back within this salon, for them I can able to understand for say it go really expensive for them. What in the government will do about them? Then they for me also I can able to contribute. Even when we did now, so when they talk about the bridge, it's expensive. This, that. Who send me this one as Sweden, for example. Or they even go to the capital city when named Stockholm. Where you go, the way they care go car for enter inside the capital city, you they pay. We're not a bridge chef with the cost. You they pay. Then they honor for the development of the country. That money they willing to contribute, they use us for develop the country. If we say and even build the bridge here to don't begin, they say, no, this way I go cost with this, it go cost with that. Let we think about we picking and tomorrow. Let we think about the future. We were there over there. One day we go think about for take picking and go back home. Then once we miss, we go for go to continue more for the go the day, go to sleep na Lungi. It's so thin and cold. You know, it don't make sense. Let we just contribute for this other idea where we don't face let we work together for let we develop salon. And when they don't be lab in a salon, they not to China, they not to other countries. They a salon in there. We Sierra Leoneans, then we get forgetter. The people then just did it for work for we pay them the money. So we're supposed to be glady and for let we work together as a Sierra Leonean for let we benefit from this.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, caller, are live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
This number I call from Sweden.
Yeah, you can speak up a little bit. You get 2 minutes. Waiting a contribution.
Actually, me number I call from Sweden. Thanks first for putting me on the program. I just don't listen to many callers that they say, okay, I put them this way. The project is very, very prominent. We all love them, and I don't know which selling and I love them. But for me, when it comes to the payment, I feel like I get a big problem. I hear people they say when it comes to online, when it comes to this, but we think people need to understand these people, the way they make it to the country will be, they make it in a way. They'll say if they say 10 euro, they go and come, they need to charge by person inside the vehicle. So now one thing people need to understand. And if you go from it that kind of way, they say, even though a suggestion, they don't put it in paper, saying I swear for B, but now so they want to get the money, and they bankrupt salon back. Because at the end of the day, they get for think first. If they want to make that kind of ways they get for try for lobby for more flights and for come, and decide therefore put tax a little bit down for them, so it will get more people coming to the country. Because the people alone in salon, know they travel that much. If they don't travel that much and impose that type of payment there, I feel like it will too much. It will come to the point people are not going for the go do their business or use the bridge either. They will rather use the same way, and then they will help the country for pay that debt day. So I feel like the people and the government need let them make like a forum, allow expert them, wait for able to tell them, say, when I think about this for make them able get the better way and able approach, and the government needs to involve, not just left and so, because then just left and so, it will be difficult for anybody will be able to raise payment, because now we put money one profit.
Thank you very much, caller.
Government needs to be around so it will be easy.
All right, thank you. Yes, caller.
Yeah, Mina Lansana Lasantis, the call from Indonesia.
You get 2 minutes, Lansana.
Yes, I'm very much happy for this project. Anybody will say, gladly, an office in an area, Sierra Leoneans. But and another one thing where I want to confirm, so the fact is, when they talk about development, we they follow up with the sustainability aspect of it. We understand and a current development will meet the current generation, but not for compromise the ability of the future generation for meet their own needs. Then at one point, we're glad for the bridge. The only thing I follow up on the conference, the only thing we get talk about, like when I the speaker been they talk about charging per person, not per vehicle. And I believe, say, now the bottom would they try for look at. We still try to talk for government, let government car inside, let them see how they're going to help for reduce the burden on the hands of the final consumer. Sierra Leone, we still see Sierra Leone is a low income earner. We want to take them from the low income to a middle income. The people that they call from other parts of the world, yes. Other countries, and the way they pay 50, 10 euro, all those countries, they are middle income. Most of them are high income earners. So like they don't get the burden as much. But the ordinary people, Sierra Leoneans, and crossing from Lungi to Freetown, when an ordinary business, or my business, if you check, I not even reach up to $100 or $50. And for that person go pay how much he go pay for cost go yonder, how much profit you get for go make. They are big. We'll tell the government thank you for this project, but secondly, let them see how they're able to chip in, let the cost with the people and they pay, the ordinary people and they pay, let it will be reflected. Because this now for the ordinary people. How many JC that would they get for can cost? Now more of the ordinary people and get for the use the road. They let government look on that side.
All right.
And then they no more contribution.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Yes, caller, they live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Yeah, my name Frederick. They come from West Virginia, USA.
Yes, Frederick, you get 2 minutes, carry.
Yeah. This last caller really like the height and it talk about the economical impact the bridge could create. Really, everybody happy, we all happy. But one side the way I want to try just for concentrate on where people they say it expensive. If you compare the bridge, if you compare this bridge to other bridge, I don't know if it's expensive, because here they talk about like between 6 to 7 miles bridge, and we also they talk about bridge we get a falling bridge, and hopefully maybe cable they get for use on the end for construct bridges when you use cable is very expensive, So on the own side, I feel say the money it was a day within the range where as somebody we know about bridge construction, I feel say they within the range. Everything, yeah. But all thing me just advise is that before they start the bridge construction, like what in this last caller we say, men and try to look about some of the impacts where this bridge go. Feature things and men and look at, on them and try for get a mitigation method. Now then thing for put in place. Now that the more important thing. Or I feel say.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Yes, caller, you're not the last caller. What's in your name and who side you call for, and you get 2 minutes.
Oh, Mina Kabale call from New York, New York. Thank you for taking this call. All I get to say at the beg the government, let them not charge per person now. If they do that, let them make provision for income earning per person. If everybody they work, they do this, they get source of income, then there will be no problem. But let them just charge the car where they travel that route. And then number two, if they want to say, okay, we'll go put a little bit on the transportation and then passenger go pay this, let government come up with a mechanism where they go able to get that kind of money or that percentage where they get for add to the transportation or from the car owner. Then let them do that. Then number two, if they go down in a way like New York City now, when they go out of New York City, they pay nothing. Now, when they come into New York City, now they pay toll. If they go apply that type of system, I think it will fine for the average Sierra Leoneans. But me, they just appreciate let them not let them not charge per person. Let them just charge the motorist. Let the motorist pay. If they want, help them. In another way, let them add a little bit to their transportation, and government know fully well that, okay, if you pay 10,000 out of this 10,000, driver for pay we 1,000 out of the 10,000, per person. If they do it that way, it will fine. But charge individual person not a good thing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yes, so we don't close the line, but you don't call. So let's just make you quick. Waiting your name and who side you call from?
Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, because I've been the only time for call.
Yes, I know. What's in your name and who side you call from?
Oh, me now Francis, I call from Hawaii. How are you, pal?
Not bad. What's in your contribution? You get 2 minutes.
Yeah. Well, for me, according to the Lungi Bridge, what did they try for analyze? Now, welcome news. It's nice. For me, I get 2 concerns what they raise. I don't know. Okay, if other people will get me right or wrong. I just want to know the proposed cost of the bridge. Then I just want to know back how the former government wouldn't say they want to build an international airport, then say how much will be the proposed cost. Okay, that's my own concern. Then I heard people they say 2 billion. I don't know if 3 billion for build the bridge or not.
No, okay. So, make I help you under quick. The bridge, the cost, the one they do all the visibility study and everything, and these are Sierra Leoneans, even though they get other people that will come back them up. The cost therefore they in between 1.8 billion to 2.1 billion. Now the cost, billion. Yes, from 1.8, they in between 1.8 billion to 2.1 billion. I get for cost.
Okay, so million run will be something like 2 billion.
Yes.
Okay. So if that 2 billion there, to me on perspective, why they not go use 1 billion for buy up to 4 or 5 ferries or they constant for cross people in a Lungi, then they take another 1 billion, they extend the Lungi International Airport. They make it into a standard international airport. Okay? So it does for use almost 2 billion for build a bridge. Okay, like how that call be say for make a trampoliners for cars, vehicles, and that is a very good suggestion. Very good suggestion. Me, I believe say that 1 billion go buy for you up to 4 ferries. Me, I believe that. Go to the camp. Then they for spend 1 billion on for extend the Lungi Bridge. Because now that's excuse the former government will want to say, okay, then go build an international airport on a standard international airport. Okay, if we are against that, why would I not go revolute the own and the existing one? Would they make a big and vast regulation for a standard international airport? Then when I say that they go consult another new airport. So me just want to know how much money would they be saying that they spend for building international airport today? Okay, then the cost of building the Lungi Bridge, 1 or 2 billion as proposed. Contribution.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you. Yes, caller, we don't close the line, but I see you still late. What's in your name and who side you call from?
Anyway, I'm not Yusuf.
You get for dull which you listen to, you get you distracted, and just listen at the phone.
Okay.
What's in your name and who side you call from?
I'm Yusuf, I call from Italy.
Yes, Yusuf, you get 2 minutes. What's in your contribution?
Okay. Your contribution, I just feel happy today this morning. As I hear listening to right now, I'm happy. I'm not forget about the drama food we talk about for this, that, this, not that. So, hello?
I tell you, say you get for listen at the phone. You know they listen whatever it is because there is a delay. So just listen at your phone.
Like me too right now, as telling you now, the delay for the issue and for the information around here because now forget about the drama food they talk. Like you look outside the news, so any shelter with the room which that is so great in the all side of the world. Not forget about this, but not just think about the people that it's government who negotiate the issue that way they talk about. I have to say 30 years or 40 years, this is going inside for way. But actually, the development what they can and what naturally the development can, we will find for you. Or even though that World Bank with the loan money to problem, even though that loan the loan money, we have to develop the country. The brother, this is good for all. This is my own contribution anyway.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. Yes, the phone line don't close now. The phone line don't close. If you call, we're not going to answer again. Please, the phone line don't close. I want to make we get something clear now. Anybody with it against the bridge, he gets problem. Because it will be good for make in we own lifetime, we see the bridge come to pass. This bridge will not burn it, we people will not burn it. Emerson don't sing, say, na pass the rapture, na in this bridge will happen. But what are we saying here? Me, what me say, Naya is, the bridge, now 120 years, they say, in lifespan. Nine the bridge in lifespan, 120 years. Then, 2 billion leons for the bridge. Then I'm waiting, all this way too, the talk so is just a propose. Now waiting until we today, under this propose. Now we serve, waiting until we give it, now we serve the talk about, under the propose. A day in between 1.8 billion to 2.1 billion. But, it gets for live for 120 years. The south side, the issue day, for 120 years, then we say for pay for them for 20 years. Now 20 years the way go pay for, now go make the bridge for pay for himself go cost $100 million every year, and the bridge for raise. Because now 20 years. So we just the ask say, do ya, if they can able stretch them, even if they stretch until 50. Because at the end of the day, then people where they tote that plazas, where they tote the plazas, then one day they sell fish, then jelly man them, so that they go able to use them. We all deny. Somebody call, they say no, they not tell nobody. So say na by aid, then they pay na by vehicle. I play the clip na. Because somebody asked the question, say, how una go able for raise this money? Because why don't check am? Now 100 million. How una go able raise the money for make that bridge they go able to pay 100 million? He say, yes, we know say it's going to be difficult. He say, according to best practice, then Dr. Tambio, he say, according to best practice, about 10,000 cars now for the pass. He said, but we know say we not go get a number of cars there. So now I make this not a business as usual. That's the exact word we use. He said, this not a business as usual. This will go the charge per head. Per head, then they charge. And that other first way he try for explain, he explain and say, why would they go airport direct? He get forget your own charge. Why would they go to the new city? He get forget your own charge. Why would they go inside Lungi? He get forget your own charge. He explained and they say there is a flat toll pay where you get for pay. So now all them payer now they we see them. We need the bridge. But from where we not born it they talk about this bridge. How you not go glad for drive through this bridge? We can afford it. We can afford it. But what are we saying here? We are talking about the people them where they don't day, that jelly man, that plaza person. Now we they talk for. At the end of the day, if the bridge they bill, it they bill. And people can go still past day. But let not be luxury. Let not be luxury. Let not be saying that just few now for past day. Let be say everybody for yan for past day. That's what we're saying here. Or than they me they say. Again, 100% in support of the bridge. Everybody they compare. When you want to talk, you begin compare. Say, look here, how much would they pay now? How much are you taking at the end of the month? How much you they take at the end of the month? We want to compare to the people in a salon. We only the development. But how much you they take when months done? Every week, when they pay you, how much you they take? And waiting now the people in a salon, how much then they collect? So that's what we're saying. If they say now 120 years the bridge get for last for, instead of them question inside 20 years, why they not stretch and 30, 40, 50? So that time the investor says, he go call and say, no, definitely I go get me money. That time they don't know just they try for plead to the government because we know say they can listen we make them just understand who side we they come out from. But if not for the diaspora, definitely a lot of people can afford it. Because would they pay $40 for course. So wait, how much then go charge? Then charge and say we can pay that. But not for we. And somebody call say, let them stop the boats them, this and that, then you don't monopolize. Let the boat still exist. Let the ferry still exist. You understand? So at the end of the day, we just stay hope say it's good say the government don't come, it don't tell we. It's good. Now then they will like because what happen now when that toll road become maybe a lot of people not be they listen to this. We bring come the the drivers union president. We bring on this program. And they tell the man say, then they go turn dirty to my parliament don't pass this thing. The man they tell me say, but left me he say the owner MPIC, remember they me come for charge. Who strike by then do but they elected they know to the toll road team up there. And the toll road team up there so. Probably you can wait court. But at the end of the day, this bridge is necessary. Me, I want to drive past that bridge. I want to walk a day. But we go begin go after the one day. We go want to map middle the bridge for take transport. For snap. Again, somebody call it talk about the tram. I think say that they a very wise idea. Even though they themselves talk and say they get the plan, but they say that they na long term. So if the investor, now make it finally government come inside. So if government come inside, government can get that tram side. Let the investor then get the motoka side. So that then the people them where you not able for drive motoka waiting. So if you pay the tram cross go with you across. then government say, oh, we not they put on that the bridge, then they pay for himself. Definitely the bridge can pay for itself. Of course the bridge will pay for himself. No more. Again, we talk and say, na propose. Yes, na propose. So, we know they can't pull vest now, but even inside the proposal, we can able for express by what we hear. Because if not 2 billion, then at the end of the day, then 100, imagine, what would they talk so now? 100 million, nine the bridge for make, $100 million, nine the bridge for make, The investor in order for make profit. We not talk about that side itself. Nobody need to invest for no make profit. You know they invest for no make profit. So the investor back get for make profit. And government get for get them concession, by them taxes, waiver, when they get for out, then different thing then come for can work the work inside the country. So at the end of the day, I believe the government self for able for ask for tax. Yes, who self able call for something. Because when they come, we waive something that we then supposed to pay for, we then not be paid for. But again, this not just the initial stage. What in they tell them? Tell saying a conceptual design stage. Now in this conceptual design stage, so then just can't show we force. Well, long gladdy. But again, a question be asked: say, how quick this go start? You want the way design say they can start quick and it can able the bridge able done self inside 3 years, as long as the money dey. That's what they tell me. Bridge, you fine? Yes. 20 years for cramp, for pay that money, now they the issue dey. So let Papa government stretch and find for we. If the bridge they last 120 years, no stretch them. Because after the 20 years, the people that don't pull their money, then it left now to the government. So now the government ain't gonna forget the money to go. But again, what the people that don't pull their money, the price get for kandong or get for still like I been there. You understand? Since now we now get the money. But waiting at the maintenance cost. Now yearly basis, now 6 months, all in the day we get for Siam. Because we know say we get for Siam after then go don't go table and a parliament for Uda get for get the contract and when the contract go begin and when, but all in thing they na mind. So now then we talk about today. So let person say just no, oh, because somebody call, he say, say me all this and that. Yeah, me I dey for the bridge, oh. I dey for the bridge. Because me will not born it to people and don't be they talk about this bridge. And if you watch if you listen or if you be watch a presentation, this thing don't start from 2010. 2010 they be done do World Bank be do their own. Then get different group that will be can do their own. But this particular one now we happen so na Sierra Leoneans then lead the group, although then get other engineers them from other side them, but it's been managed by Sierra Leonean. And at the end of the day, we all will go drive na this bridge. Okay, able tell we picking and say yes, this bridge from all the Yeri bottom. Say one artist is single, he say na pass the rapture. But look now in the happen so now. Definitely. Till we meet again tomorrow. That's what Triple A they say, Tata.